All right, welcome everyone. I see we have a lot of people here already. That's good. Hope you're all having a fantastic day because it's about to get a lot better now that we're here.
It's a big commitment.
Huh?
It's a large I don't know if I'd go
Confidence.
as far as to say that, but sure.
You got to have confidence.
Yeah.
Leo sent me a picture of an Aki today, but I forgot to ask if it was his or not.
I hope so. I feel like that would be why you have that cage. It's for the Aki.
And yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long day
Akis
already.
are great.
We're
It has been a long day.
been a long day, been a long weekend. We're trying to get amped up for y'all.
I don't sleep at all anymore, so you have to forgive me.
Raise
for my
the roof.
shortcomings.
We don't need no water.
Jesus. That
Let
song.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start that whole thing already this early.
So,
Are we just going to go right into that?
what?
The box.
No, we do have a box here to open,
We do.
but probably give it a couple minutes. It's there's no fish or anything, but there are fish stuff in the box, and it's a large box too, which
Yeah.
we have no idea what we're gonna get. So we're gonna open that live on the stream. Have absolutely no idea what's in it.
Dangerous.
It is from the wet spot
Yeah.
though. So
I'm actually wearing my wet spot hoodie right now.
speaking of which, I gotta text him right now.
Just to throw that out there. I actually love their hoodies. I am so picky about that type of thing, and they have the thumb holes. And I used to make my own thumb holes, so now I don't have to do that thanks to the wet spot. I gotta have thumb holes. It's an essential. I don't know. I just like the way they use nice material. It doesn't shrink. It's really long, and I'm tall, so it helps.
Okay, I was so bored early today that I washed and waxed my car.
That's a good thing to do.
Be nice to have the weather for that.
Right. That I'd love to be able to wash my car, but there's no point right now. So my car is filthy.
And again, we have pretty much no agenda today. We're just going to be talking about fish.
Yep.
If you've got questions, we can get answers if we don't have them.
We
Got
can
a lot
procure answers.
We got a lot of smart people in chat that can help out too with questions, so don't be afraid. There's no question too newbie. And
If you guys saw the lovely fish in the thumbnail, that's one of my favorite fish that I've
what
kept.
is it?
That is a leopard tenopoma, a climbing perch. They're very, very, very nice fish. Like, they will eat anything that fits in their mouth, but besides that, they are so chill. Like, they just float. They're very unique looking. They're extremely inexpensive. They look like leopards. I mean, they really do. The spots are super cool. It's much more pronounced when they're younger. As they get bigger, it gets a little more muddled, but it's still very cool.
Well, there's a good story. Fishcapade says, the rest of my Red King Yama rice fish finally
good.
arrived today, safe and sound after
Nice.
5 days in the mail.
Oof.
I was so worried. What tough little guys. Yeah, I
If-
mean, those are the ones that can
If
do it.
anyone's going to get stuck, let it be the rice fish. I hate to say that, but they're going to fare so much better than most fish in that situation.
Smart fellers.
Yeah.
Gotta say that in Butters' voice, but I can't do Butters.
Hey, fellers.
Hey, fellers.
I love butters.
I can't even get close to his
Oh,
voice.
hamburgers.
I can't do any impersonations or accents. I'm very quite boring.
I only have a couple that I'm decent at, but I can't even remember what they are.
You do a good Australian.
Oh, yeah. My Australian's not terrible.
Do it now.
No, I can't ever do it
Oh.
on cue. I'll throw it in at some point. I'll throw it in throughout the stream, but I can't do it on cue like that. It just won't work. It'll sound stupid. But yeah, that is one of my okay ones. The wet spot sold out of pygmy cories. Why is everybody sells out of pygmy cories?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to take advantage. Oh, bummer. Well, I hope they're back in stock soon. And we should have, the code should be reset at some point, and then you could use that. So
Yeah,
you
our
should get
regular
10%.
Steenfott 10 should be getting reset at some
Yeah.
point this week. As soon as I get confirmation, you all will know in multiple posts.
Mhm.
And thanks everyone for coming to the weekend live stream. That was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
It was nice.
One douche nozzle complaining, but it doesn't ruin it for
God,
everyone.
I was so bothered. I was like, geez, you know what? Bye. Like, I get so annoyed. Like, I'm just the type of person that if I don't like something, I'm not going to say it. I just don't care. Unless there's, like, animal cruelty going on, in which case, yeah, sure, I'll say something. But, like, other than that, I don't have the time to spend if I don't. And when people take the time to, like, say such negative stuff, I'm just like, go away. Just go.
You can't do impressions of each other. Well, I can do impressions of her, but she doesn't like when I do it.
He sure thinks he can. That's funny. He sure does. He exercises that a lot, too.
Holy crap, you're all over 90K subs. You're going to hit 100 before you know it. Yeah, it's kind of slowed down a little bit, but still hoping to hit it before the end of the year. Although at this point, we'd have to average like 5,000 a month.
People have to really like us, and we'd have to stop yelling at people who do things like that. But whatever. I don't care. It's worth it.
I'm so bummed I missed it. It was a crazy busy weekend for me.
Oh, really? Weekends
we still had a good turnout. I think we got over 100 people at one point.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And almost 50 orders, which is really good.
Lots of stuff.
Really, really good.
Sold. Which honestly, like, not that I'm trying to defend anything, but I feel like things like that, the sales like that, everything sells themselves. 20% off fish, where people already, one of the places people already always buy fish from because they're great. It's like, I hate to say it, but it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Like, what? Of course people are going to buy things. You don't have to sell that. They just do it. I'd do it if I had room. I'm on a Medaka kick, also breeding Pearl Galaxy. Yeah, those are the best in my opinion, just because they look so good. So good.
Davo says the wet spot, that wet stream was the best 3 hours of the month.
It was long, huh? It was almost 3 hours, wasn't it? Or was it 3 hours?
Yeah, it was. I think we finished right at around 3 hours.
Fish Hunter said used your wet spot discount code, got platinum hatchets, empire gudgeon, and a Mies antenna cat. That's a good purchase. I like all those. That's cool. I love
the antenna cats. Those
I
so
knew he
cool.
was going to say, I love empire gudgeons, and who could ever not like platinum hatchets, half beaks. I love hatchet fish in general, so that's, yeah. Empire gudgeons are just so underrated, though. I'm really excited you got some. They're great fish.
Regina says, I placed my order last night. Phew, just in time. Good. Candy says, my order already shipped.
Dang,
Did you
Candy.
get the cupids?
I hope so. I really am gunning for those cupids for you. I think they'll do so nicely with the thread fins. That's such a good combo. I've done it. It looks so good. Especially in that tank. In your tank, it'll look really good.
I missed the stream because I was at a reptile expo.
That's a good reason to miss it. Did you get anything? Did you get an Ackie monitor?
Maybe we'll be going with you soon.
Yeah. I have not been to a real reptile expo in a while. Last one we went to was just not.
It was very the ones here are very lame.
It was very underwhelming. California has some good reptile shows. Even the small one in Roseville is really good. Like they get some good stuff. I just love seeing East Bay Vivarium because they have such nice animals and they come to pretty much everything around there. Good
Matter of
people.
fact, the last reptile expo we went here, I think it's the only one that we've gone to since you've been here.
Yeah, it is.
All the internet was down, so you couldn't even buy anything.
Dude, all their ATMs were
Nobody.
people. There was
like
chaos.
I think there was like 2 booths that were taking cash.
Yeah.
Like nobody brought cash.
When I had a freak out because I saw somebody selling duckweed and I almost had to get on a soapbox and be like, what the hell are you doing? What is this? We're selling duckweed. This is the type of reptile expo I'm at right now. Get me out of here.
Whipsworld says, "Hey all, just a public service announcement. I went to Petco and bought a $200 Ciche whale for $500. A Ciche whale 500 for $47.
Nice.
They were on clearance because they're dumping that line in favor of a Petco branded canister series. The ones here are still when were we there? A couple days ago. I've been keeping an eye on them. They're down to like 109 here, but we'll have to check again."
Regina got Pac-Man frogs. Regina, that's so funny. Just because we were just at Petco, like you said, and we saw the Pac-Man frogs. And for me, it's just not my thing. Everybody's got their thing. I'm not going to hate on anybody who has their thing, but they're not my thing. They are, I don't know what it is for me about, like I've kept frogs. I love frogs and toads, both. But I'd rather have they're getting the purple Harlequin toads back in, which are super cool. Like I like those. They're almost like reminiscent of a dart frog, kind of. I've never kept dart frogs, which I think is crazy when I think about that. I'm like, how have I never kept dart frogs before? It's wild. Because as a kid, I was absolutely obsessed with them. But I kept tree frogs because I love them. Stephen got an email from the wet spot that was all like, "We are shipping your fish Tuesday, but you have to reply or else." I had to make sure I wasn't drunk and bought
That's gonna
fish.
fill in nicely. That's where Candy's.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. Yep. They'll get all up in there too. They'll be all over it. Food will get stuck in there and they'll be butt up like.
I can show everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It looks good. No, it'll be really good.
It's like 120 with some maybe Java. No, jungle fowl.
Yeah.
Actually, that might be crypt spiralis.
Is it? Let me see.
It's crypt.
Oh, I didn't see down there.
You can see the wrinkle leaves.
Yeah. I'm blind apparently.
What I like is there's like 4 inches of substrate.
Yeah, no, Candy, that's gonna be.
They're earth eaters.
The great thing is it'll always be clean. That's the beautiful thing about substrate with earth eaters is it will be turned and clean and lovely. Even the cupids are good at that.
Regina says I almost got milk frogs.
Ooh,
So cute. I do love milk frogs.
Milk frogs are awesome. They're very, very cool. Very different. See, that's the thing. The personality between Pac-Man. Pac-Man just kind of sit. Like they don't really do a whole lot. It is entertaining to watch them eat because of the large food that they eat for such small little turds.
Who's the guy from the street that lives in a garbage can? Oscar. That's what Pac-Man frogs.
Yeah.
They just sit there and they're like grumpy garbage cans.
Blech.
They eat anything.
Just open their mouth and eat it, whatever it is, and then they sit there. That's what they do. I mean, they've bred some crazy colors of them now too. Like there's some really, I mean, like everything. I think with reptiles, we're just line breeding now for traits and for coloration and pattern. It's crazy.
Matt says, anyone have experience with the Ciche whale canisters? I like the shark.
I do not.
ADV. So the shark. John was kind enough to send me 2 sharks once upon a time. One of them was DOA, and then the other one lasted about 6 months.
I like that description.
But no luck with the Ciche canisters. Although if they're $47, what do you got to lose?
No, that's a good. I would. Yeah.
We what is it like? Probably like 6 months ago at this point, they had a Marineland filter on clearance. Canister.
It was like $30.
It was $30 for this big canister filter. I haven't even set it up yet, but it was $30.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Get a hog nose, Regina. Do it sooner than later. You'll be so happy, and they're not hard at all. They're really easy to take care of. I hate saying, I've said it so many times. I hate saying that, but they are very easy to take care of as long as you get them to eat. It can be a challenge sometimes, but that's really the only obstacle.
Oh, yeah, Bob, tell Chelsea. Why don't you just tell her?
Here, the Serpentarium in Roseville will have more baby. They always have false water cobras at that one. So that was the one that I went to. That was my closest Serpentarium. And they always had false water cobras. And, of course, I always wanted one. And they're like, you should get one. And I'm like, no, you know how much I have already. So I don't need any more. But I will have one day.
I don't need any more. Mm-hmm. See, I can do Chelsea. I can do it.
Can you?
Can you?
Okay. All right. That's fine.
That's fine. Okay.
So he's going to do it the whole time.
So he's going to do it the whole time. That's great. Anyone else play the repeater?
I can't believe we still do this.
She loves when I play the repeater. So
I grew up with boys. Like my mom's best friend lived next door, and her 2 boys are like his age, and so a little bit older than me, and they were like the same way to me. All great. This is like what I grew up with. So figure that out.
Curtis says, I run the cheap Sun canisters, and I love them. I heard a lot of people have good luck with them, but then you also see the videos of them leaking everywhere.
I would lose my I would. I only had FX4s. That's all I've ever had with Oh, no, that's a lie. I had what is the other one? I had something 1000. Cascade.
Something 1000?
Cascade.
Oh, Cascade.
Yeah.
Cascade. Yeah.
I had a Cascade and I hated it, and it was loud, and I wanted to kick it. So I bought FX4. I had the FX4s price matched. It was amazing that Petco even did it, but I got them for really cheap, and I ended up with 3 of them. And I think one of them died after years, and then the other 2 I sold. Or I kept one and sold one. The great thing is about those is that you can normally sell them for a good amount as long as they are actually functioning. We cannot see what you ordered.
No.
But you can tell us.
Bougie Fish says, Mountaintop Puffer Keeper, do you have a website? And he says, no. Most of my in-depth stuff is on the Co-op forum. Mm-hmm. Cannot shout out that forum enough. It's a great place to hang out if you're a fish nerd.
What's the biggest rock for Lake Tanganyika rock dwellers? The best rock. Bob would probably know that.
Wait, where? What?
Whip wants to know what the best rock is for Lake Tanganyika rock dwellers. Holy Rock in a 75, but upgrading to 130. Do I get more Holy Rock or go with something better or more solid?
Well, I'm not a fan of the way Holy Rock looks. So
like
right off the bat, I'm going to be something different. And honestly, I have For our shellies, I have something called Mexican pot rock, which is just lava rock. I don't
It's the
know
same
why
thing.
it's called.
Yeah.
It is a more brown than like lava rock, so the color is a little different.
But it looks, the texture and everything is so
I
similar.
kind of like that, but honestly, I just like a good old-fashioned river rock.
Yeah, I use river rock always for
all
everything.
of my previous Tanganyika tanks, I've done river rock.
It looks
and
so nice.
The reason I like river rock over most any other rock is because it's smooth, and I don't like fish like running into things and cutting themselves or injuring themselves. And
yeah,
but to be fair, I'm also coming from keeping a lot of rainbows that are stupid and run into things, so I'm kind of over paranoid probably about that happening.
That's a good thing to be paranoid about, because I've seen cichlids run into that kind of rock. You know what I mean? Like, it's really a lot.
Plus, you go to the river and you get some rock. It's free.
It's super easy. So who said? Goose. My leaf fish is a total jerk, always chasing around fish over half its size trying to get. Yeah, they will, if they think they can fit it in their mouth, they're definitely gonna try. But I kept them with large fish. Like, everything in the tank was either their size or bigger, so they obviously didn't try anything. But when I think I did have Tetra in with them at some point, I tried out some Tetra, a larger Tetra, and yeah, sure enough, I see one sticking out of their mouth, and I was like, dang it, never mind, sorry, my bad.
Fish Out of Water says, have either of you had experience with Stimson's or children's pythons? I've never kept either.
I love children's pythons, but I've never kept
They're
one.
very pretty.
Yeah, they're really cool. I've heard such great things about children's pythons that for a python that isn't a ball python, they're very, I don't want to say easy to keep, but they're handleable, they're tolerant, they're solid and hardy. Like, I'd get one for sure if I had room. They're great.
Curtis says, I've been kicking around the idea of getting a cheap knockoff of the FX6 from eBay for like $100. I will say it is quite a bit smaller than the FX6. So Matt ordered one and sent me like a side-by-side picture. So while on eBay it does look the same size, it's not the same size. But I haven't heard anything else, so I don't know if he is here. But if I see him in chat, I'll ask him. And then Whips World says, I know there are people who have had good experiences with Sun, but I've had 3 and all 3 leaked and ended up in a pile. Someone also said their Oase was leaking, and why are they so expensive? Oh, why are the Oase so expensive and leak so easily?
The only thing from Oase I ever liked were their like one of their heaters was pretty decent, but other than that, I've never been like a huge Oase person.
Johnny says, can't wait for my shipment from the West Spot to arrive. What do you get, buddy?
That's exciting.
Yes, sir says, my children's python is always hungry and trying to eat my finger.
That's so funny. I love snakes. See, I also love like the ferret that hung from our hands and drew blood on both of us. I was like, I'd get that ferret. Like, I really like animals that have a little, a little tood. That's completely reasonable. Regina, that's weird because so everything up in like Sacramento and that area, there were tons of hognose. Then again, we do have a local hognose breeder in Rockland, Roseville area, who I think supplies the stores with them and brings all of them they do leopard geckos. I think they do cave geckos and then hognose.
Did you see those new pea puffers at Moonlight Aquatics? No, let's take a look.
In fact, Regina, you should check out, it's called Geckos, Etc. If you're looking for a hognose, he has it's a family. They breed beautiful hognose and they're very reasonably priced. So I'd check them out. Geckos, Etc. out of Rockland, California.
I will say, let me just pull this up right now.
Ow.
Ooh, for super chat. We'll come back to that in just a second, Leo.
Hooty hoo.
This is an amazing price for this fish. The multi-squamata
frequently has amazing
with
prices.
Collection point.
He has a lot of collection points. I do like good for him on that because I've noticed with a lot of his rainbows and like killies, he'll have collection points.
I think we gotta go to here for puffers, right? See any puffers here?
No.
Is there a puffer section?
I think there might be.
Oh,
yeah,
there
puffers.
is.
He does have a dedicated.
Is it this one?
Oh,
Must be.
Oh, I'm in pain.
Are these new?
Oh, they do look different. Kind of. Like the patterning's a little different, but I don't know if that's just because they're larger. Huh. They have like white spots. It's interesting.
That's not ick.
Yeah, that's not. I was gonna say that is not ick. Those are definitely white spots. Interesting. 140 for spotted Congo puffer is not too shabby.
And still free overnight shipping on orders over 400.
Dude.
How can you go wrong?
I was just saying earlier how ridiculous that is. That's a good deal. I'm probably just overthinking it being smooth, rounded. Does river rock stack? I don't want the fish to dig. It does stack, but you have to be careful because if they do dig underneath, you have to make sure there's something for it to what I did a lot of the time is I'd buy a piece of styrofoam and put the rocks on top of it. But
so the trick is, especially with Tanganyikans that like to move sand around, is to put the rocks in first and then put the substrate in.
Yeah, if they're already resting on the bottom, I wouldn't worry about it.
So they can't.
And just make sure that there's not like a piece fully unsupported, if that makes it. Like it should have at least something touching the floor of the tank just to be safe. Oh, Leo, you order the Arcadia UV 14 and the LED for the 4x2x2 and also 2 Arcadia 75 watt halogens. Yeah. Yeah, it should. So it depends completely on where the lights, I don't know if it has like a built-in, if you had the one from Cages, it has the built-in spot for the lights or if you're going to be hanging it. But it depends on how far you let it get down. And it also depends on how far you're stacking up hardscape, like rocks and logs and stuff. So I made it so that my Aki could get pretty much within like 4 inches of the light because they take a lot of heat and a lot of UVB, but I also would be careful because you don't want them getting burned. But you could probably get away with doing 175 and 100 even. Like 140 degrees it is tough sometimes to get, like I actually had to get it to the point where I got it up to 140 because I really didn't want to go over 140, but I wanted to get it up to 140 and I was falling short and I had to amp it up to like 100. But
oh yeah, Johnny told us red and blue neon rasboras. Sorry, Johnny, you did tell us that.
Yes, you did. Zen liked the idea of the heater in the canister, but the fact that the heater malfunctioning apparently also caused. Yeah, things like that to me, even though they seem so helpful because it really does, when you can't access things as easily or it's not right in front of you, I feel like it's something that gets ignored. Not even on purpose, but it's just out of sight, out of mind.
It's also why I don't like UV filters built into canisters.
Totally. Like stuff like that, I just would rather rely on myself, my own eyes, and a different apparatus, I guess. Just in case, because do that, Regina. They're awesome. Like, it's cute, too, because the whole family does it together, and it's really nice. They run a good operation.
Matt says those are totally different puffers. Pea puffers are from southern India.
They're really cool looking. I mean, those spots are cool. If I'm not, like, imagining that, I'm pretty sure I don't see spots like that on regular pea puffers or actual pea puffers.
And Leo, thanks for the $5 super chat.
Sir.
We appreciate it.
Brandon's driving to Chicago. Spending the week there for job training. That's cool. One of my good friends lives in Chicago.
Shawshank Redemption. Shish kebab.
Shish kebab.
All right, let's see what's in this box.
What's in the box? Discovered a Fluval 50-watt heater. Oh, we're gonna stop or we like this?
Yeah, here's the box. I guess I'll put it back. Actually, let me
open
this first, and then I'll put it back on.
Where's the good knife?
I don't know. You lost it.
I did not lose it. Every single time the knife is just not in sight, I lost it, apparently. I'm the one who loses things.
Well, it should be on your person.
Where
if you get attacked right now and you don't even have your knife on you?
If I get attacked right now, then you failed. Like, it's your fault. How do you like that?
I'm the one doing the attack.
How do you like that I shifted the blame? Well, that's to be expected. That's why the Arcadia lamp cage. Oh, well, you got the Arcadia lamp cage so they can't touch it. Yeah. Oh, if you have a cage, then you're fine. Yeah. Still, though, I'd make it so that they could get up within like 4 inches.
Yeah, I can't thumbs up Curtis's super chat.
That's ridiculous. Oh, thank you, Curtis.
All right.
Now we can't thumbs up you though. So, I'm so sorry.
Mystery package unboxing from the wet spot.
Mystery managed. It's a Harry Potter reference in case you didn't know. For those of you that hate Harry Potter. Oh, there's a bag in there.
There's all kinds of stuff in
Johnny.
here.
Woo.
All right, we got.
Wait.
What
is this?
You want to hold it up to the camera?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
You're closer to the camera.
Can you see that? Yep.
Vipin Family Nature.
By Sarah. What are the ingredients in this? Where's
Staple food? Well, we got a bunch
of
it.
Insect meal, blah, 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 blah.
I like how it says gratis on it.
I know. swag.
Where is the ingredients?
It's not going to be. We're going to have to look it up because it's going to be on the box. It's probably like the parent box or whatever. This is just because it's gratis. It's bug based, whatever it is. So I'm sure there's black soldier fly larvae in it, which is always great. Chimney cricket.
Yeah, no shortage of
yeah,
these.
we're gonna be. It looks. I like if the granules look like that. I'm happy. Like that's cool. Want me to hold this?
Here's something.
Oh, what is this?
I don't know.
This is. I can't even see.
I think we're gonna have to do a giveaway.
It's a water conditioner.
We'll do a giveaway next week. So
Water conditioner.
if you're here this week, we're gonna give some of this stuff away because we got a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, this is a lot.
What is it? Just water conditioner?
Yeah. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. I like that.
To the camera.
So, all right.
Come on, newbie.
Can you see that?
A betta fish keychain.
It's a betta fish keychain. It's actually it's nice. I like it. That's cute. I want that.
We got a Sarah shopping bag here.
Why not more
Johnny
bags?
with the $2 super chat. Thank you, buddy.
Ow. What's in the bag? Nothing. It's just a bag.
Oh, that's big.
It is a big bag. Oh, I like those bags. Honestly, I've been looking for one of those bags, so that's mine.
There you go.
That seemed appropriate.
Oh,
ooh, pens.
There you go.
Thank you. I get very excited about pens, guys. This is
well, you gotta show them off.
These are pens. This is a pen.
It's a Sarah pen.
It's a Sarah pen. We already had I think one of these.
Yeah, I already have one of these. I really like the
These are good pens, though.
Sarah yellow. I really like that color.
It is a nice. It's marigold.
Oh, here's a different one. Probiotic.
Oh, I like that. I have to look.
Probiotic.
I'm gonna look up these
growth
ingredients,
food.
but I do like the probiotic fish food.
What do we got here?
What is that? Oh, katapa.
Jackfruit leaves.
Oh,
jackfruit.
That's cool.
Hold it up to the camera.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Come on, Vanna.
Ugh.
Blackwater tea bags. We'll have to make some of that and see how it tastes. Wait.
It's right, but it just sounds wrong.
Yeah, tea bags. Blackwater bark.
Yes, I like bark. Here, that's bark.
There you go.
Oh, marine.
Marine food.
Yeah, it's the same
there's
stuff.
No
Doesn't
difference.
matter.
Let's.
I hate when people
food
freak out about that. I'm like,
usually has more minerals in it. So
yeah,
it's usually better.
I gotta look all of this up, but. Does that say?
They
sent 50. Is that what it says?
Yeah. So we got a nice Sarah
Polo.
that doesn't fit me, but it might be your size. Well, I've never seen you wear a polo.
I haven't worn a polo since I was 15, but that's okay.
Oh,
what?
I see the book.
Oh, did I? Oh, my book. I got a book.
Okay, here. Show this stuff. You're really gonna like this book.
Am I really? Okay, I'm excited. We have some Hikari samples, which are great.
First a betta.
Vibrobites and whatnot.
First a betta, now a discus.
Ooh, oh, there's a discus. There it is. I don't really care. It's a discus. It's fine. We'll take it though. It's actually cute. It's round. It's cute and round. It's fine. It's not as cute as the betta, I have to say.
Got some pins.
Got a pin. Oh, you're never gonna be able to see this. Oh, there's a shrimp on it. I wish you could see that. Can you? No, you can't even see it.
Kind of.
It's
but with
too
the green
blue.
screen.
Yeah.
That's actually blue.
Wet spot pins. Get your morning wood at the wet spot. Right there. I'm bad at holding things up.
Stickers.
Ooh, look! I love this sticker because it has an African butterfly fish on it.
Paper.
God.
Box.
Oh my God. All right. Are you gonna let me see it? Can I see it?
Should we show her the book? You're gonna love the book.
God, I'm
hey, we need the
excited.
box to put all this crap in.
I'll put it over here. It's right next to me. It's fine. You want me to put this crap away?
Yeah. Please.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Well, I wouldn't call it crap. It's fine.
It's
fine
good
product
crap.
from Sarah.
It's great stuff.
And the West Spot.
Yes, thank you guys.
We're gonna be, I'm gonna be setting up some nano tanks, so those tea bags will come in handy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Tea bag the fish.
I thought this was America.
This is from Emily.
Oh my God. I see the. Oh my God. I'm so excited. This is the best book. Emily, that's the best. I'm so
If Emily
excited.
is here, I don't think so.
She's not, but I'm still gonna say thank you because maybe she's
She's probably busy packing the 50 orders we got over the weekend.
Those poor people. I'm really excited. First of
are
all,
you gonna show it?
I love a hardback book. Like this is an old book, and I love an old. I want a book to smell old, you know. And I'm very excited.
That's why she's with me.
This is a Tetra book, so I'm really stoked about this. This is really exciting.
Okay, now show it up. Oh, there's buffalo head right there. Is that a Turkana jewel too?
Yes, it should be. It's like that's
here.
This is gonna be a fun one. Oh, I was like, didn't we already go through this? I'm really excited about that. Thank you, Emily, if you do see this ever.
Cichlids from West Africa, a handbook for their identification, care, and breeding.
I'm gonna carry it with me. I'm just gonna take it with me.
Dr. Wolfgang Stack from Stack Endlers.
I just love the pictures, honestly.
Yeah, look at the very first picture.
It's really nice to see pictures of these fish. Because you really don't even get to see or hear about a lot of these West Africans.
I'm curious for the publication date.
Yeah, it'll be right in here, probably.
94.
There we go.
That is really cool.
Yeah, that's really sweet. I'm excited. Thank you. That's so nice. That's so thoughtful. Because I do love books, and I love collecting that kind of stuff. I had a lot of that kind of stuff growing up. And it's what I read. It's why I know a good amount.
Chromadotilapia, Hemichromis, Limbochromis, Nanochromis. Oh my, there's... Who knew? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Jeez.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 species of Nanochromis.
Oh, I'm excited about this.
Of course, this is 30 years old,
There
so
could
things
be
may
more.
have been
Yeah.
reclassified.
That's true. Or there could be things changed.
A lot, I think at one point with Nanochromis, they were like, these are all the same fish.
They do. Some of them do look very similar.
Parananochromis, which are equally as awesome.
Yep.
A lot of Pelvicochromis.
That's to be expected.
There are the buffaloes. Teleogramma.
I love the teleogramma.
5 species of teleogramma.
Wow.
I don't know what that one is.
Disochromis?
Disochromis.
That's I don't know about those.
Angoria 190. I gotta take a look.
Yeah, I'm curious now. I love. See, that's why I love books like this. I love stuff I don't know. Please tell me things I don't know.
Guys, you really need to get some Brichardi.
Yeah, they are.
Look at that
Hey,
one.
you're bending my pages. Easy on the book.
Teleogramma came that way.
It did
Teleogramma
not.
Brichardi. What did I say? 190?
190.
I'm almost there. Oh, looks like a Victorian.
Yeah, it does.
Disochromis Anxorgii.
Which there is also the Microtenopoma Anxorgii. So, cool. I'm excited to look through that one. I love the mix of the info with the identification, with the pictures, because sometimes there's so few distinguishing factors between these fish. It's just nice to see them. Ooh, that's a cool picture. Eggs.
And I bet some of these places, this was $30 in 1994.
Yeah, that's a cool deal. Yeah, that's really cool.
I have some Pleco books from the 90s that
I'm
are
excited about
just
that.
like this, hardback and everything.
I just love hardbacks. As a kid, it felt so special to get a hardback book. I don't know, but it just was a feeling that I loved. Thank you. Again, for the 8th time. Yeah, I'll message her too. Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, you should. That was for you.
So I was gonna say I'll do it, and I got it. I'm all over it. Yeah, it is my Bible. I wish it was pop up. No, just kidding. Pop up books are great though. That's really exciting. Stuff like that, just books in general. I'd rather look at a book any day. So I was a big reader growing up.
Corridora says, I've got Axelrod Mini Atlas. Old fish books are super fun.
Yeah, they're awesome. That's what I had as a kid, was just a bunch of different books on reptiles and fish and different and bugs and stuff. My mom still has a lot of them, luckily, because they are really nice, like fancy hardback books that you don't get rid of. But that's what
I always prefer hardback if there's a hardback available.
Especially for something like that where you have like pictures and stuff, it's easier to protect the book long term if it's hardback, obviously. Who's good parents? What cichlids are good parents? What are we talking about?
All cichlids are good parents.
Yeah, that is true. If I had to pick one type of fish that were overall the best, it would definitely be cichlids. Because the zest they protect them with.
The morph of Pac-Man frog I got are called
those.
Peppermint and Key Lime.
I've seen those. That's what I'm saying. They've got all these different colors now. It's crazy.
Regina says, I couldn't resist because I was hungry. I don't think you're supposed to eat them.
That would probably be gross. They might try and eat you, though. Careful. That's the thing, is frogs don't really differentiate between their food and your fingers, especially frogs with those size mouths. Oh, book lice. Thanks, Zen.
Book lice?
Yeah, there's a thing.
There can be
there's louse on many things. So, book lice, yes.
Fish Family says, join as a channel member for exclusive benefits to help support the channel. That is accurate.
Exclusive membership.
There you go.
Costco membership.
Wait, that's not Australian.
That's New Zealand.
Oh.
That's from Yes Man. I have this exclusive membership.
Anyways, that's about all the sales pitch I have in me for the membership.
There you go.
We stream for an hour after every Monday night stream.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I checked the thrift
Candy
store
says
for
no.
everything.
I refuse. Refuse what?
What does she refuse to do? What?
When I go to the thrift stores with her, I go straight to the books and look at the animal books.
Thrift stores have been my place of refuge for like 20 years. I've been thrifting for a long time, and it's made me a lot of money and given me a lot of enjoyment. So it's not as good now as it used to be, though. That's for sure. Everything is crazy expensive. We are done now. Candy's serious. What is happening? I don't understand. Did Zen say something?
I don't know. I even scrolled up to try to find what they're talking about.
I feel so left out. I hate when I don't know what's happening.
Book lice.
Oh.
Bob. Never heard of it. I don't know anything about it. Never kept it. Never spawned it. Couldn't tell you about it.
Shut up.
I've never even had regular lice.
Yeah, I never had lice. I managed to get away my whole life.
It's called taking a shower every once in a while.
Just offended so many people. I knew so many kids that have lice.
Oh.
What?
She wants Candy to see him. Now I got to look it up.
Oh. Luis wants to know, hello, what about a high-tech Hillstream planted aquarium? That would be cool. Yeah, I think that'd be great as long as you can get, a little bit of flow in there for him. I like that idea a lot. Hillstreams deserve to be the focal point, I think, more than they are. And Mike would like to know any care tips for lizard Hillstream loaches. They're not that difficult, honestly. I would just careful of water quality and careful of what you're feeding them because they can get bloated really easily. Like mine were, just be cognizant of what you feed them, how much you feed them. Make sure your water is nice and clean. And they do like a little bit of flow. Not anything crazy, but just a little movement. I noticed mine like to sit in the...
Looks like termite.
It does look like a termite. It's got a nice abdomen. Nice, serious looking abdomen.
All right, what's the question? What kind of knowledge can I impart here?
I don't know. What can you
I
impart?
thought you were answering a question.
I just did. Yeah, well, you can answer it too. Any care tips for lizard Hillstream loaches? And I just said keep your water nice and clean. Don't overfeed
Very
them.
clean water.
They are sensitive to bad water and they can get bloated. So you have to be careful what you feed them, how much you feed them, and they like a little bit of flow. That was my advice. But other than that, they're very enjoyable and they're not too terribly difficult.
Regina says, I ordered some basic but nice fish. Chop rate annios are freaking beautiful. They're like little mini salmons.
They are pretty.
One of these days, I'll have 100 of them in a tank. One of these days. Harlequin rasboras. Which I might be able to send you some more if you want some more.
What? Marble?
Harlequin rasboras.
Oh, I was like, what?
So we have wild caught
That's a mouthful.
Harlequin rasboras that were collected by Corey.
They're huge.
That we're going to have to rehome here pretty soon.
They're big guys.
Yeah, they're very large.
They look good, though.
Daphnia are like fleas, but cooler.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, wait. Harlequin rasboras, marble hatchets, rosy loaches, nice, and coolies.
I love coolie loaches. I always will.
That's a good order.
Yeah, it is. So kind of in a situation, didn't realize I was out of prime. LFS is closed and my 40 gal is running a bit low. Tidal slurping. How much, if any, straight tap water?
I'm going to tell you if it was, well, I don't know. Are you like 1 inch below the rim, 2 inch? But honestly, I wouldn't even be worried about it.
I don't think it would be a big deal. I was going to say, for me, I would just top it off. And
I don't even dechlorinate when I top off. Now, that being said, if something happens, don't blame me.
But if it's like less than 10 to 15% like of your water volume, it's not gonna do anything. Like it's just gonna. You have plants too, is it? Maybe you have plant. I mean, it just makes it even better, you know.
Don't forget my home when you are rehoming. Oh yeah.
Wait, who? What?
Candy.
No. Yes, we know. Believe me. If there's anything I think is up your alley, we'll let you know. There's
another tip, Mike, for your lizard Hillstream loaches. Good. I wouldn't put anything else. I wouldn't do any other bottom feeders.
No.
I added corridoras and
it's a little much for them, I think.
Yeah, it's just you don't want them to be outcompeted for food.
They're very chill.
They're usually like very good for like a species only tank or them with like small dithers.
You could do pencilfish. That's always just do some pencilfish. It'd be perfect. No pencilfish bother no one. So They get eaten by things if you're not careful, but they don't bother anybody.
Leo says, would adding a storage bin and cutting the bottom out and adding more substrate to have a deeper substrate in that corner add to the basking stone?
Let me make this suggestion. If this is not the last ideation of the tank, like if this is not where you're going to leave this lizard, I would refrain from making such large modifications that can't be undone. Does that make sense? So if you plan on leaving the Aki there for like a year, I wouldn't do that. And I would just worry about deeper substrate. I mean, you can still get a good amount of substrate in there. And if anything, you could get a tub inside, like one of the ones that's like 4 to 6 inches deep. And you could use that, or, you know, even deeper than that. But I wouldn't cut anything on a cage you've spent that much money on, because I know those aren't cheap. And if you could potentially use it for something else when you move your Aki, I would not modify it like that, if that makes sense.
Mountaintop says, I'm curious if the Melanotania parva will be dwarf or not. Not a big rainbow guy yet. They are considered dwarf. They're going to get about 4 inches, though. But they are considered kind of dwarfish.
Dwarfy. Dwarfesque.
They're definitely not going to get like a turquoise size or a Herbert Axelrod size.
Yeah, but not Hillstream loaches. We know. That's funny. You want anything that's going to dig up your plants?
Hydroponic Aquarium and Plant says, hi, everyone. How's it going? I got some baby mollies finally. Well, that's exciting. Congratulations.
These are always exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Whip said, is there a list or something that would give me an idea of what catfish, I'm guessing, not carfish, live in Lake Tanganyika? I know the Synodontis cuckoo? Yeah, that's what that is. But I got stuck at Googling this stuff. There's a lot of freaking catfish, too.
You know, outside of Synodontis, I've never really researched Lake Tanganyikan catfish.
Because Synodontis are pretty sweet. Dwarf adjacent. Yes, that is my go-to generally, mountaintop. That's funny. Yes, dwarf adjacent. For sure. Like, cribs I would not consider. Well, they are dwarf cichlids, but they're not like, it depends on what species it is. Like our Drachenfelsi are for sure dwarfs. They're tiny.
For sure.
They're little babies. They're like, the female's like 1.5 inches, 2 inches. She's real small. Males get like 2.5. But yeah, some of them, like the giant cribs or like the Sacramento, they get sizable.
I also think there's a little leeway there. It also, depends on who you're talking to.
It does.
Because if you're talking to like Central American keepers, like
dwarf.
Everything is dwarf.
Yeah, that's dwarf. When your fish are a foot long and bigger, then everything's a dwarf to that and would get eaten just like it was a dwarf.
Is the wet spot anticipating any big shipments? I'm not sure, to be honest.
I think they have their work. Hopefully not, because they have their work cut out for them for the next few days, I think. Yeah, perspective. Also in tank size. I don't know, like I factor that into, do I think this is a dwarf in this 30-gallon tank? No, it's a monster. Like it doesn't work, but it's in a 125, sure.
Hip Hop Hillbilly says, I love my Hillstream loaches, little aliens.
They're sweet.
Yep. Once we get a new fish room, I do want to kind of focus on some Hillstream loaches.
They are very cool looking fish.
I would love to get some of the red fin varieties that are coming out and try to spawn them. I think it would be fun.
Baby Hillstream loaches. So cute. Super darling. Good culture for Pal Bailey.
Leo says, no, not in the cage. I meant cut the bottom of a storage container.
Like, so yeah, like I was saying.
So like you have like 4 inches of substrate, you put the storage container there and then fill that up with substrate.
Yeah, you can do that. Yes. If you have a female.
A lot of people don't even cut out the bottom. They
just put it in there. You don't even need it.
You put the whole bin in there and then put the substrate around it.
But you could cut out the bottom. That I'd be, go ahead. Do that for $20 or under $20. Cut it out. Cut it out. Yeah, and really, like, I don't want to say the males don't burrow, because they do, but it's the females that want to, when they lay eggs, they want a nice deep substrate because they'll go a foot down to do it. So I don't know if you know if you're getting a male or a female, but keep that in mind.
Johnny says, Steenfott, 2 years ago, my first order from Wet Spot was a dozen Phoenix rasboras. Of the 12 I received, 11. I never bothered to complain because they're still going strong.
Oh, you still have them? That's cool.
Yeah, that's good.
That's nice. Zen has so many baby hill streams right now. Oh, God, that's cute. I bet seeing them all move when you scrape. That's funny.
Lake Missoula Aquatics. Ben says, Happy Monday, everyone.
Hip Hop Hill Lily have 2 regular and have had 2 reticulated, but before I had a secondary tank or new aggression, my regulars bullied the reticulated to death. Uh-oh. Not cool with each other, huh? That's interesting.
Yeah, I've never known a hill stream to be aggro.
Yeah, that's interesting. But hey, I mean, it's always the individual. Maybe that fish just was like, no, thank you. I don't like you. That happens. Things are a little too quiet over there.
One of them is dreaming.
I know, I can hear something. Braxton's just breathing super loud. See, that's funny, Uncle Smiley, because if you Google catfish of Lake Tanganyika, look for the pet place. I Googled like aquarium fish of Africa, West Africa, and I got the most, I forget what website it is, I'd have to look it up again, but I got the most comprehensive list I've ever seen in my life of every species, and it got a little daunting to go through it, but it was really helpful.
Let's see. Harley says, my wife asked what kind of dogs you have and what are their names. There's a Doberman named Arlo, a Mastiff
what do we call him?
mix mutt that's probably around 100 pounds.
He's a big boy.
He's Braxton, and then we have like an old school pit mix. Not what current
No, if you look at World War II pit bulls, that's what Chance looks like. Chance looks like an old 1940s pit bull, or like the Our Gang or the Little Rascals, their pit bull. That he looks like that.
And when I adopted him, they had him as a boxer mix, so
people would adopt him.
Mm-hmm.
He does not look.
There's no boxer.
One iota like a boxer. There is not one thing about him other than the way maybe he prances, like lifts every paw individually.
Yeah, but that's
it's
like
a little boxerish though. But he does not look like a boxer in any way. He really, not at all. I love boxers. He's a very cute dog.
Lucas says, after ignoring my heavily planted tanks for a few months, what % water change would you recommend? Well, it depends. Is there anything wrong with them?
Mm-hmm. What's
if
in there?
they're perfectly normal, then I would just do a standard 20% water change.
Unless you're experiencing some buildup of ammonia or nitrates, there's really no reason to do an extreme change, especially if they're heavily planted. That always helps. Luis, dwarf plecos, is it or hill stream loaches? It depends on what you like, but I personally would choose hill stream loaches because I'm not a big pleco person, but I love hill streams, so that's my vote. Zane is asking, can I keep a group of royal tiger loaches or will they massacre each other? I don't know. Do you know?
They should be kept in groups. They're a little bit bigger, so make sure you got the space for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they should be kept in groups and they should do just fine.
I need a dog soon too. Whew. Everybody needs a dog, in my opinion. I had friends that grew up without dogs, and I thought it was the weirdest thing ever because there was never a time in my life where I didn't have a dog. They're like, we can't have dogs. I'm like, what? How do you live? How do you live without a dog?
If I had the tiger loaches, I would be more worried about the other fish in the tank than because they're not going to go after each other, but they will kill anything that they think they can eat.
There you go. What West African fish, or Lewis would like to know, what West African fish is best for 75 gallon? Oh, well.
All of them?
Yes. 75 gallons a great size tank for like a West African community. If you wanted to focus on one, I would do a nice big group of the Steatocranus tenanti, which are the slender buffalo heads. They're one of my very favorites. You could keep other things with them, but like I said, if you're focusing on one, I would do that or a standard buffalo head, which is a Steatocranus casuarius. Both are very cool fish. Both are so entertaining to watch. Other than that, you could do so many things. You could do different types of Pelvicochromis and let them just live their lives out. Like I had a 40 breeder that was full of pelvicochromis that just were generations and generations, and I let whoever survive. So, but I would do a community. Honestly, you could do like a mormarid. You could do like a baby whale, baby dolphin, all kinds of options. But really, if you're looking for one, buffalo heads are great.
Vaughn Lurker says, any source for Radinocentrus? Yes. Why are they so hard to find? Even the Westpot or Dan's Fish don't have them. They're just not popular. They're fairly new to the States. I would say within like the last 4 years. Before that, it was almost impossible to get them. But I will show you where to get some right now. All you have to do is head on over to aquabid.com, and here they are right here. Tewa Creek is the pretty one in my opinion.
Look at that guy.
Such a cool fish. Roseline 17 is highly known, highly respected. Look at his reviews.
I was about to say, that's ridiculous. Look at his reviews.
500. Well, you probably can't see that, but it's 591 out of 591.
Positive reviews.
Every single review is positive.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I've ordered from him. This time of year, you're probably going to have to do overnight shipping, which is pretty much what he does anyways. But yeah, 10 of them. I think what is this, $100? Where is it at? Yeah.
Reserve. Yeah, it hasn't been yet.
10 for $100. You're probably going to pay about $60 for overnight shipping, depending on where you are, but still $16 a fish.
And when you're looking for something,
great price.
Normally you're willing to pay for it. I think if you're on the hunt for something specific, at least I always was.
Kirk just drove up. We are headed to the co-op to shop. Good luck.
Nice.
Have fun. Oh, Candy, if you're still here, they have super red bristlenose plecos. Can you tell me how much they are?
Oh, yeah, we've been looking for those.
Yes, I want to get like 6 of them.
Usually I couldn't throw a rock without hitting them somewhere, wherever out, but now we just haven't seen them for a while.
If I had a choice between African river fish or African lake fish, are you asking which I would choose? Probably lake fish, just because there's going to be way more.
I would choose the river.
They're going to have way more there's way more accessibility to lake fish than river fish.
That's true.
But the riverine fish are pretty freaking amazing.
It's where you get a lot of those reduced swim bladder species where they're hopping around and stuff because of the movement, and I just love that.
I'm just keeping this fish on screen because it's pretty.
It's very pretty. The picture is ridiculous. Like, that is a phenomenal picture. Really, you can see not only can you see the scales, you can see the individual shimmer on each scale. I'm quite impressed by that. It's quite nice.
Leo says, why not just ask the source, Corey? I feel like I bother him enough as it is. Xanadu says, Roseline 17 Marcel is absolutely fantastic breeder and really, really good to deal with. A+++, highly recommend. And those rads are rad. Mm-hmm. I will be getting some of these as soon as, again, we have a new fish room.
Yeah.
What a beautiful fish, though.
Can't wait to have more space because there's lots of things I want to.
Yeah, if anyone is renting a house in Sacramento and is looking for some good renters that will only occasionally flood your room when we forget about...
The thought of moving back and renting again makes me want to puke, but we would need time to, settle. So...
Leo says, Bob, I thought you didn't like rainbows. Well, you don't know very much about me.
I was going to say, that's funny.
That's kind of what I'm known for still. Although
I'm pretty sure I was just wearing a sweatshirt earlier that has a freaking rainbow fish.
To be fair, though, Leo,
he hasn't kept him in a while.
I haven't kept him since I think you've joined the Steenfott fam. I hate that so much.
We're done. That's what does it. Of all the things you do to me all day long, that's
What's up, fam?
Ugh. If you say fam in your channel, I don't watch you. I just want you to know that. Like, if you're somebody who's like, what up, fam? Never again. Never. Thank God that went away. We are not moving back tomorrow, but there is a lot. So there's a lot there for us. There's a lot there. So it's a distinct possibility.
Did we lose lighting? We did lose lighting.
Yeah, something just went out. I don't know what happened, but
I just noticed I can see the green screen now.
Something changed.
Oh well.
So yeah, it's a distinct possibility. The thing is that moving states, when you have the amount of animals, we will have a baby and animals. So it'll be very. I can imagine. It's just even thinking about doing that is daunting, but there's a lot of fish stuff there.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff. So yeah.
I got to cover this one because.
What is it?
Where is it at?
I know a lot of
Johnny
things
Best
happen.
says, how many rad rainbows would be suitable for a 20 long? And I'm going to say none.
Yeah, I don't think that would work.
So let's go back to this fish here. These can actually get upwards of 4 inches, like a full-grown adult. And they swim extremely fast, and they love to school.
They're fun to watch.
So honestly, I would not put this fish like a permanent home. Like, can it go in? Like, if you buy these 10 juveniles, they could probably spend like the first year of their life in a 20 long.
I would think that'd be fine.
Ultimately, you're gonna want a 4-foot tank, not even a 40 breeder. I hate 55 gallons, but that would be a much better tank than a 40 breeder, just because they love to swim, they love to run.
Yeah.
Think of them like greyhounds, right?
They are greyhounds.
They love to swim, and they love to swim fast.
That's funny. I kept rainbows in a 55. It actually worked out fine. It was really heavily planted, and they just went in and out of the plants and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. This is a hot topic now. Yeah. So if we did, I would love to be like an Auburn, though. I don't really want to be in Sacramento ever again, but outside of it. It's a very convenient place to live. Living there my whole life, like, it's convenient as hell. It really is. I was told no less than 4 feet for rainbow fish. That is, if I had to give one piece of advice for like standard rainbow fish, yeah, at least 4 feet. And that's me, not like I'm some expert on rainbow fish, but no beans are spilled. We don't have anything planned.
Nothing's set in stone.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. Yeah. Anything can change. I could win the lottery tomorrow, and you'll never see us again.
I was gonna say bye, bye everybody. Like,
you know what? Even if I won like the $1 billion mega Powerball, whatever I don't even know what it's called because I never play, so I'm never gonna win.
I don't either. I've never even bought a lottery ticket.
I would still be here because this is fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Honestly, it would be even more fun after winning because
totally. Who cares?
I could turn off all super chats. I could turn off all monetization and not care. If you guys remember, even like 3 or 4 years ago, for the old timers of the channel, I used to not run advertisements. And then I got punished severely because YouTube was not making any money off me, so I had to turn it back on. But at that point, I wouldn't have to care, you know?
Yes, Regina, Auburn is great. My dad grew up in Auburn, Meta Vista, Colfax area. So my grandparents, my dad lived in Folsom. My mom's in Sacramento. Like, my family's everywhere there. Every
Leo, I have no idea what you're talking about. He says, wow, hurtful, Bobbert, after everything we've been through. I don't know what that means.
When do you? That's fine. I don't know what it means either, though.
Oh, Candy said yes, so she must have heard what I said.
We wouldn't be going like now. I'm not trying to skedaddle out of here before I have this kid, so we're going to be here for a while. Like, there's already too much in the works here, but yeah, it's a distinct possibility. It'll probably happen.
I also feel like the Sacramento area is much better for fish keeping than being all the way up here where there's literally no one.
There are a lot of people, and we have a very strong aquarium society. Those of you that are members of the Sacramento Aquarium Society know it is a strong-knit community. People are really kind to each other within that network, and it runs pretty deep. And there's a lot of fish stores. There's a lot of fish people. There's just a lot of fish and access to things that we don't have access to.
Oh,
here.
you would disappear? Yeah, I would never just disappear.
It would be tempting.
I tell you what, if I did win the Mega Powerball Lotto, we'd be having a lot more giveaways like every single week. That's for dang sure.
You get a new car. You get a new car. You get a new car every week. Yeah, I would never
Matt
work
Gray,
again,
what's up,
though.
buddy? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
Matt.
Good to see
916 represent. I mean, the thing is I will be perfectly honest with you. I love the rain, so I'm not so sick of it yet because I've only been here for like a while, but I was in Sacramento where it's hot as hell forever. However, that weather also lends to you being able to do a lot more. Like, not having it be wet all the time, it makes things a lot easier. Taco tree. Did someone just say taco tree? Oh my God. I literally said to him the other day when we were looking, that's
assault.
I was like, one of the houses was by a taco tree, and I'm like, oh my God, we live like a mile and a half from taco tree. It's like Taco Bell should be, but isn't. Like, I love Taco Tree. That is, anything in Auburn, if you have to be in Auburn, go to Taco Tree. I think there's 2 or 3 of them. I can't remember, but I usually went to the same one in old Auburn. I want Taco Tree. That's the other thing. I'm sorry. I know this sounds really stupid, but just the access to things. I miss all the food. There's
zero food here.
Sacramento is a hot spot for food. Like, it is, we have Michelin star restaurants. We have like,
whatever that means.
very, very fancy, nice restaurants. We have great mom and pop dives, like just everything. There's a lot of food there, and I love to eat. So, like good food. It has good food. Yeah, we don't have anything but chains here. That's all we have.
When it rains, it keeps the good and bad indoors. No.
You can't do anything because it doesn't just rain a little bit. Like in Sacramento, it'll rain for like a week and you're like, okay, this is fun. I like this. And it won't be flooded everywhere. Here, it's like trees fall. There's flooding. You can't get places. It's a pain in the butt. How fast do Petricola grow?
They are slow growers, but they are much better, in my opinion, than multipunctatus.
Get the Petricola. They are my favorite catfish. They are my favorite. Oh, that's a fun thing to say. No, Xanadu. Sacramento is not the armpit. Bakersfield is the armpit.
I feel like San Diego would be the armpit.
No, Bakersfield is in the armpit. First of all, it is like in the middle, and it is. There are certain parts that are nice, but no, not Sacramento is. And actually, in Sacramento, I would say that like Elk Grove is the armpit. So if we really want to get specific. So it's like if Taco Bell is made by Mexican people. Yeah. It's like it's a fast food joint, but it's a mom and pop like local one. So it's like fast food that's made way better, I guess you could say. It's just really good. Plus there's Aikitas out there. If anybody knows about Aikitas, I believe Kirk and I remember we were talking about that. Candy's Kirk is from my area, and we can reminisce and piss people off talking about Lake Tahoe and stuff all the time. It's nice.
Just looked for buffalo hood fish. They're not sold in the UK.
Oh,
that's
no.
Weird.
Really? That's a bummer. I find that so odd because so many things are sold in the UK. I got you there, didn't I? Yes, Bakersfield is way, way worse. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that.
As Corey says, all we have here is fast food.
It is. That's it. And like Outback Steakhouse, which is not fast food, but it's like chains.
I don't like if I want microwave food, I'm just gonna stay home. I don't need to go to Outback to get microwaved steak.
No, it's like
or Applebee's.
It is crazy because I lived in Oak Park, North Oak Park, which is basically downtown. So I was surrounded by any restaurant, everything you'd ever want right there. And it was so nice. And thank God Corey finally told me there is a Habit Burger. So now at least I know there's a Habit Burger within 20 miles of our house. That's nice to know. But places like that, where it's like, it's not like it's super fancy and I'm trying to go out to like 5-star dinners every night and spend like all this money. It's just nice to have options of things if you want to get something real quick and you don't want to make food, but you don't want fast food. It's everything. And there's like 5 Mongolian barbecue restaurants, and I love Mongolian.
The best food in this town comes from Costco. Let's just say that. The pizza, the chicken,
real talk.
The hot dogs.
There is a cute little Italian place where we've gotten pizza that I do.
Okay, that's pretty good.
They're decent, and they're really nice people. The owners are super nice. So, I mean, that's something. But for the most part, if you want anything, you're driving at least 20 to 30 minutes to get anywhere. And it's
now they use convection oven for reheating. See, Dean, who is a master chef, says that they use microwaves, but he might just be calling everything a microwave.
To me, like, well, if it's not made fresh, then it's reheated some way, and usually it's a salamander or like a convection oven or something like that doing the reheating. It's not fresh. When you say from Sacramento, that means Roseville, Carmichael, Citrus. Okay, as someone who is from Sacramento proper, I used to get so annoyed when someone from Roseville.
I'm annoyed that there is a term called Sacramento proper.
Well, it's not.
I'm already annoyed.
He's always
There's
annoyed.
too much Sacramento talk.
You're gonna get really annoyed if you move there. So when you're from Sacramento, you're from Sacramento. If you're from Roseville, you're from Roseville. Like, that's how I feel. That's Placer County. It's a whole nother county. You're not even in Sacramento. At least in Citrus Heights and Carmichael and Fair Oaks and Orangeville, you're in Sacramento County.
Steenfott Aquatics is baby Steenfott being sponsored by the co-op. Negative.
That'd be interesting.
Not yet. I don't even know what that means. But
are we supposed to have our child sponsored? Did I miss something? Is that new? Is that new parenting?
We're not even sponsored.
I was going to say, is that something that was a new expectation? Great. There's one more thing to worry about. Have to get her sponsored by something? Fantastic. That's great. No, she's sponsored by us. I think your kids are sponsored by you. So
yeah, as opposed to Sacramento improper, like.
Jesus Christ. No, proper means within city limits, like that proper, like the actual town or the actual city, the actual county. Oh, whatever.
Can we talk about Madacas?
Oh my God. I didn't mean to include Roseville. It's okay.
I bet the best place to get rice fish is probably in Sacramento too. I bet you didn't know that.
There is a guy who breeds them.
There's lots of guys.
There's
that breed
like
them.
2 big breeders around that area. Yeah, I lived in the county and the city, so both, and I like the county better. City's stupid. He's never seen The Godfather.
Nope, I've never seen The Godfather.
Which surprised me because, like...
I think I tried to watch it once, and it was incredibly boring and slow.
It's very slow.
And I don't even think I made it 20 minutes. I was already snoozing.
Yeah. Mountaintop. Sacramento Aquarium Society posts their meetings and talks. I think I've told him one of the things I like the most is how much access they give to people that aren't just members. They want people to see what they offer and be able to get information, and I think that's so nice. I don't gatekeep like a lot of aquarium clubs do. So they're just really kind. Like everybody I've ever encountered within the Sacramento Aquarium Society has been so like supportive and nice, and it's a good vibe. It's a good feel.
Do you guys know anything about Yakima, Washington? I've been there many times.
Not me, not so much. Sorry. I'll tell you about Sacramento.
My ex-sister lives in Yakima.
You don't call them your ex-sister.
What?
We divorce husbands and wives, not children. Like that's, oh my God. It's not your ex-sister. So
You know what I gonna go way off course here. I mean, we have been already for like 20 minutes, but back to The Godfather. That one guy that I really like is so young. He looks weird. Robert Duvall. Is that his name?
Oh, but yeah, Robert Duvall.
He's in that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was him.
Yeah, he looks way different, huh? Yeah.
It was like
Diane Keaton's like a baby. It's
like
a good
it looked
movie.
like him, but
yeah,
I was like, is that?
You're used to him being
I'm
in movies as
old.
an old person, not as a young
grandfather
person.
Robert Duvall.
Like Gone in 60 Seconds, Robert Duvall, like that kind of
yeah.
thing. I love that movie.
I was thinking Phenomenon, but
No.
I don't think anyone's
Phenomenon.
No one's seen that but
Old
me. I feel like
JT, huh? The original JT.
Huh?
John Travolta.
Oh yeah.
He's in Phenomenon. Mike said those orange rice fish with the blue speckles in the background. Yeah, those are just regular old orange Madakas too, and look at how good they looked. I think those are some of the best looking, like, just regular old strains of basic Madaka I've ever seen. They looked so nice.
Wait, hold on. I'm all for the ex-sister concept. I'm just joking. She is still like a sister to me.
I was going to say, that's forever your sister. Like, you can't.
Okay, I'd also like to shout out these fish. The dwarf swordtails.
Mm-hmm. They're great. Really enjoy those.
Although I don't think we've gotten any fried. But to be fair, they're with fish that would eat them right now.
They did have fry.
Do you know
what
we have a ton of fry now? When I was in there yesterday doing water changes. Okay, yeah,
what the
right next to them.
Oh, really? Is there a bunch? I haven't even looked in there.
There are so many.
Of the least killies?
Mm-hmm.
That's
the
nice.
Least killifish fry.
I saw them have like 10, but I never really looked past
there's
that.
Probably at least 30 in there now.
Yeah, they're pretty cute. They're little teeny tiny
Heterandria formosa.
The free fish we got that he'd been looking for that randomly just appeared at our local Petco as contaminants. Yeah, that was interesting. I just still remember saying, they have least killifish, and you're like, okay.
I'm like, whatever. Like,
he didn't even care.
I'm just like, I'm at a Petco. I don't care what they have. They don't have anything
like
I want.
doing this, going like, wait, didn't you just talk about
this
these?
Petco, they had Goldie plecos. No, gold nugget plecos.
Gold nugget plecos for $30.
Yeah, $30. Orange seam plecos. They have, what are the loaches they have that are super rare?
I forget, but I know what you're talking. The ones with the red on them.
Yeah, they're red.
Yeah, they're beautiful. You know what? I just think our Petco's ridiculous. I can't even get over the stuff that she brings in there. It's so nice.
And Petco's having their reptile extravaganza, so all reptiles are 50% off this weekend.
I have trouble when that happens.
And that pink tongue skink.
Blue tongue skink. There is a baby blue tongue skink.
I've never been a fan of blue tongues, but this specific one,
the temperament
is
so
beautiful.
They hadn't put it out yet, and I was picking up something they were holding for us, our grass tail lizards, and they took me in the back, and they're like, "Do you want to hold the new blue tongue?" And I was like, "Of course I do," because it's a northern. And she hands me this little peanut that's like barely 6 inches long, which obviously for that it just is the sweetest thing. Takes a pee right on me immediately, and I was like, "I'm in love. Like, I'm in love with you. You're so sweet." It's a really, they all have different temperaments. When they're babies, they're way more malleable, but this one's already so sweet that Every time I go in there, I'm a puddle on the floor.
Whip says, same Bob, I could not slog through The Godfather, but then I hated The Sopranos and The Wire.
Oh, really?
I didn't mind The Wire. I liked
love
The Sopranos when it first came out, but we tried to rewatch it like a couple months ago, and I'm like, this is so boring.
Frankly, I've watched Sopranos so many times because I grew
so boring.
I grew up with we had HBO and everything, so I watched all these in real time as they were like on TV, and I've seen them all so many times that it's like I don't need to watch it again. The ending's annoying too.
Fish for Life says, I might go to school in Yakima, so I wanted to know what the town is like. It's like it's big, but it's also, well, I guess it's, I don't know, I guess that's up for interpretation if it's big or not, but it's like a farm town that got really big. And by big, I mean, what's the population? Maybe like 100,000? I don't even know.
Yeah, everything's getting hated on. See? I
didn't like Reservoir Dogs. I saw Reservoir Dogs.
I liked Reservoir Dogs. I like Mr. Blonde. I like Mr. Pink. I see The Sopranos for me, like, I don't know. It's still one of the greatest shows that I've ever, like, I love it. It's a great show, but watching it again, it's hard to watch it again because I've seen it so many times. I never really watched The Wire.
So Yakima has 96,000 people, but the city is part of a larger metropolitan area with 250,000. The weather is, if you're not familiar with Western Washington, it's really hot in the summer and really cold in the winter.
Which is fun. Yeah, Godfather, I've seen it because I've seen it. I wouldn't watch it again. It moves incredibly slowly. It's hard to even follow because you're like, oh my God, why?
Yeah, when I was watching it, I couldn't even pay attention because I was like, I'm bored. I'm going to look at my phone.
Yeah, Ross, he did do that. That's true. I forgot about that.
What'd I do?
No, not you. The Sopranos, when Tony got a little loose with the N-word. It did go there. That is true.
I don't remember that. Is it later in the season?
Yeah, it happens. It definitely does happen though, and I can see how that would be quite frustrating. Yes, I don't know why they did that either. It seems like one of those things. Sometimes they add stuff in and I'm like, what was the point of that? Like offensive stuff that I'm like, why would you even, it didn't make it better. You know what I mean? Like if it doesn't improve anything, it makes it worse. Like it's just not, it seems totally just inappropriate to me.
I just saw there are 10 more episodes of The Office coming that'll last Bob for the next 4 years.
Wait, what?
We'll just have those 10 on repeat.
Is there?
I heard that too.
That shocks me. I didn't know that at all.
I believe there's like half the cast is not going to be in it. I don't know.
Oh, really? It lost me after Michael Scott left. I didn't care anymore. I just stopped. I was like, no, this is dumb.
We tried to rewatch it and we only made it to like season 4 this time. It's the first time I've ever not made it all the way through. But I was just like, Yeah,
if things pee on me animal-wise, I usually like them more. Bougie. Yeah, if something pees on me.
That's why she likes me.
Yep, that's how I got him. I was like, wow, this is a keeper. Dude, I didn't know about The Office, though. That's interesting. I wonder if that'll be okay.
Someone went to Yakima in 2005. They said it was meth. Where is that?
Oh, is it Methy? Is it Methy?
Oh, I'm sure. I was in Yakima for the Marine Corps back in 2005. People called it the meth capital of the world, which is funny because
that's Marysville.
The Rolling Stones called Granite Falls the meth capital of the world, which is like 20 minutes away from us.
Have you ever been to Yuba City or Marysville, and like near Sacramento, outside of Sacramento? Those are the meth capitals.
Oh, Michael Scott is coming back.
I know. I just read that, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll watch it then. God, he makes the whole show, honestly, for me. Everybody, like Pam bothered me a lot. Jim was kind of annoying. Dwight's great, obviously.
Deadwood is really good until it just stops. Like, why? And the movie is not very good.
HBO really has a weird way with their series. Like, when I don't know. It's like they're so good until they're just terrible. It's unfortunate. Scarface is different. Scarface is moves a lot differently than The Godfather is very dark too. Like, I hate things that I can't see.
Yeah, it's very
grainy and dark, and just like you got to focus really hard and really, really be into it, and it's hard to get into it.
I like Scarface, but I don't know that I like.
It's not like my favorite, but
I'm not gonna watch it anytime soon. Like, I watched it once, I liked it, and that was enough for me.
You know what a good movie is? Blow. Blow is a great movie. I haven't watched that in a long time. It's a good one. Yeah, Deadwood got canceled a long time
Bougie
ago.
Fish says, y'all need to run, not walk, to NFM. I don't know what that is. And get this little DJI smartphone gimbal. $100 is well worth it. I have one. I just don't know where it is.
Okay, I never watched Peaky Blinders, but I've actually wanted to watch it because I've heard such good things about it, and I really like Cillian Murphy. He is like a very good actor, so I think I'd like that one.
Sounds like we're gonna have a movie night soon.
Yeah, that's good. We could, yeah.
Deadwood ended way too soon. It's so good, but I also have like a man crush on that dude. What's his name?
Oh, god dang it. Scott.
No.
What is his name? No, I'm thinking of him, but I'm not thinking of him. What is his name?
What is his name? Somebody tell us.
Hold on. No.
Don't do it. He was in The Office. He was in The Girl Next Door.
Oh my god, help me. What, like?
Raylan Givens, for crying out loud.
Oh my god, no, Oliphant. Timothy Oliphant.
Timothy.
I was, yeah, thank you.
Look,
brain.
Frodo, an Oliphant. They'll never believe us back at the Shire.
Oh my god, I was gonna really hate myself if I couldn't think of that.
I do have a man crush on that dude. My
stepdad loves him too. I think he's one of those guys that guys love. Like, I don't know why, but he plays cool roles. Except for he was a real douche nozzle in Gone in 60 Seconds. He was such a dweeb in that movie.
He wasn't a douche. I would say dweeb is definitely.
He was so dorky. I was like, ugh, go away.
But you liked it.
I do mean, you know. Yeah, but I could definitely.
I have a man crush on Dean Winchester. Boy, let me tell you about good old Dean Winchester.
He is not a good guy.
Oh, he tried to scam my mom out of $90,000.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's so awful. But that name is what's making me laugh because it's such a fucking Jesus. All right, compose myself. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
when are you coming back from out of town? Because I want to watch it now.
We'll have to do some Peaky Blinders nights once I'm back from out of town.
I really want to watch that now. That's one that I've had in the back of my mind that I keep forgetting about that everybody says is so good. The witchy season
is this a fish channel?
Who said that?
Bob, your poor mother. She didn't fall for it. Thankfully.
No. All is well. All is well. But
that would have been a tough hit.
Yeah, that's a big one.
But to have this Chinese person say that his name is Dean Winchester is probably one of the funniest things ever.
There was nothing funny about it until I heard the name and I was like, oh my god, like really. No one's really named that, all right? No one's name is Dean Winchester. It's too cool. Like, it's too cool of a name.
Cecil, my favorite movie is Roadhouse.
That's a good one.
The Dalton.
That's a good one.
Not to mention, it has one of the best guitar players in the history of the world.
That's right. I forgot
like
about
that guy is so amazing and lived such a
Whip loves
good life, but a very sad life.
Yeah, Timothy Oliphant seems to be a real hot topic.
I'm glad I'm not alone in my man love for Timothy Oliphant. He's perfect in Deadwood. He's perfect as U.S. Marshal Raylan Givens. Of course, it's the same character.
I don't know about Raylan Givens. Raylan Givens needs to calm down a little bit, I think. But
no, Jack Black can shove it. He's awful. Worst.
I don't care for him at all.
And if I ever saw him in real life, I'd punch him in the nose.
I'd let him. Like, he's not funny.
Nacho Libre is probably the only movie that's worse than Drunk Punch Love.
Yeah, Drunk Punch Love is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers sounds like a scammy name. Like that definitely, it's a scammy name. I don't trust that. You never trust a man with two first names ever. All right, that's the rule. That's the rule.
I miss Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, R.I.P. That was
too
a sad
soon.
one. Yeah, that one hurts my heart. Misery, like the movie. That's
Justified was fantastic. Justified is fantastic.
Justified.
Although I didn't watch the reboot, and I will never watch the reboot.
Oh my god.
Those are just cash grabs.
How do you even type those words? Jack Black is the best actor of our time. I'm sure.
I mean, to be fair, to get where he is.
I mean,
with
from Tenacious D to it's quite the stretch. I think his finest film was Kung Fu Panda. I think that's where he did the best.
Stallone's new series is pretty good. I haven't watched that, but I know a lot of people.
What is it called again?
Tulsa King.
Tulsa King, that's right.
I will probably watch that someday.
I'm just so curious. Like, you got Stallone back in it, so it's got to be interesting.
Jack Black is a poor. See, I would say Jack Black is a poor man of
like Will Ferrell. Like, he's not even good. Like, he's not funny.
Chris Farley.
Although, you know what I did like him in, and a movie that I feel like is underrated is Envy with Ben Stiller and Jack Black. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I liked Adam Sandler forever until he started doing like Little Nicky, and then I was like, okay, we're done here. Like, that's enough.
So anyways, any fish questions on this fish channel?
Gulliver's
I
Travels.
did say this is like an anything goes scenario here, but
yeah, it really is going, isn't it?
to be fair, we did talk about fish for like the first hour, so.
Yeah, that is fair. The old man. I have not seen either, Matt, so I do not know. I've said this so many times, but I stick to a lot of adult cartoons. I am comforted by like South Park and like older South Park episodes. And Bob's Burgers is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Oh, Matt says Tulsa King and Old Man. I don't know what Old Man is.
That's what I said. I haven't seen either of those, so I don't know.
I'll give Tulsa King a try one of these days.
Terrible good. That's cute.
What space heater do you use for your room and Reptile? I don't know what it is, and even if I did, I wouldn't recommend it because it's awful.
They're not good.
Like, I have it set to 74, and it's in there blasting away when it's like 85 degrees in there. It has 2 modes, so it has like regular mode and then it has like 50% mode, which is like perfect, but you can't set the temperature at the 50% mode. So it's like,
what sense does that make?
I'll hit it to do like half power, change the temperature, and it automatically switches back to full power. It's so annoying.
Okay, Regina, there's a question about, do rosy loaches need any special attention in a gentle community tank?
Nope. Just as long as you know they're getting food. Obviously, no different than any bottom dweller, really. But they're not shy. They're very boisterous for their size, so I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Steve would like to know any experience with L181 peppermint pluckos. Not from me, buddy. I don't know if you've ever kept those.
Which one? The peppermint?
Peppermint plucko.
I haven't kept peppermint either.
Sorry, dude.
Aquarium Co-op says use a dehumidifier to heat the fish room.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that
I did that.
is we have a lot of tanks without tops on them.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
so then I have to do like way more top offs.
But that's what I did. To be fair, for years, that I had a dehumidifier and it was perfect. So that's good advice. I had a pretty nice dehumidifier too. I spent a chunk on that one. It was like a $350 dehumidifier.
Oh, I know what I want to talk about. We talked about this Saturday. I started working on my Tetra fish compilation video.
Oh yeah, he has been working on that. It's true.
And I'm still curious what people, because we have some different people here, and I'm curious if people would actually watch a video that just has like 100 species of tetras in it. No talking, just rolling through like every 10 to 20 seconds. Here's a new tetra. And I got a lot of positive feedback on Saturday when we were talking about it.
I like the idea personally.
And I see these type of videos with like 200,000 views, and I'm like, really? Because they're not even that good. But compilation videos were kind of a thing a couple years ago. I don't know if they still are.
I like them.
But I started it, so I'm going to do it. We're going to see how it works. And if it gets even like half of the views I normally get, I'll probably do it for all of them because I've got so much B-roll, so many different species.
Yeah, Toujours, I liked Adult Swim 20 years ago too. Not anymore. It's freaking weird now. Or it got really weird over the years.
I just bought a dehumidifier for my fish room.
Good.
Got the fancy one with the pump. So that's how I heated my old fish room. So yeah, it does work. But I just...
Wait, what is he talking about? What? Hell no, I wouldn't what?
What? I don't know.
I always feel so left out. What's happening? Yeah, Robot Chicken. Moral Oral. The Boondocks. All of that stuff.
Oh, hell no, you wouldn't watch that video, probably. Oh. I'm going to do a reaction video to your 100 Tetra compilation and just steal the views.
God, please do a reaction video. I just get those videos, man. Inception of videos right there, as far as I'm concerned. It's very interesting. But hopefully with species. Yeah, species name on the screen.
Oh, yeah,
right?
for sure.
Yeah. That'd be annoying, huh?
We're
going to show you all these, but you have no idea what they are.
I've started it, and I'm doing scientific and common names. So
super helpful.
If they have common names.
That is what I like about a compilation video is sometimes you just need that little spark of an idea for something. You know what I mean? So you just need a name real quick to see a picture and go, okay, now I can go do my research and be on my way and find a cool new fish I didn't know about. That's why I like them. So to me, I feel like it makes sense. Yeah, Moral Oral. That's right. Oh my God.
No, still haven't tried the North Fin. We're going through the rest of the Dr. Baslier, and then we're going to feed specifically Northfin for probably like a month, and then we're gonna switch to Sarah, try that for a little bit.
I like to really see how they look and how they do on a food for a long time. Obviously, we'll throw some other stuff in there, like frozen foods and whatnot, but live food. But
I don't know that I get much value watching a video of someone feeding their fish something once and being like, oh, it's good.
Yeah, they ate it one time. Cool. Who cares? Like, how do they look?
So
how are they acting?
we actually want to get some
results, if that's right.
Yeah, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but
I want to see how they do on it more than like a week. Like a month or two is a good amount of time to see if a food's really effective.
Because there is like the extreme crumble. I can feed those to my Corys and they'll spawn that night every single time.
That's true.
So if I just fed them like, I mean, you feed it to them for like a couple days and then they'll spawn.
Right.
Realistically. But if I was just doing it once, then how would I know? But I'm telling you, it's like automatic. If I see a storm coming, couple days of that food and boom, I'll have like 100 eggs.
Dang, mountaintop. Yeah, Paraclins in a 270 makes me want to puke. God, how much did that cost? Oof, that's gnarly.
I need a compilation of 100 different foods being fed. Regina Phalange.
Oh, Regina, I just love the
That's
memberships.
so nice.
That is the best. Thank you so much. That's
and
really nice.
we're going to be hopping over there in about 15 minutes to the member stream.
Boop, boop, boop,
So
boop.
Cecil, Harley, Mountaintop.
Wayne.
You're already.
And Jason.
One Drop, Jason, and Wayne.
Just Wayne.
We're going to be going for another hour for the members after this stream is over. So come hang out. It'll automatically redirect you over there too.
God, I could just
Maybe.
see this compilation of food video because I just love throwing food in tanks. It would just be like tossing food as hard as you could at different tanks and getting none in there.
So, fun factoid. That's not very fun. Corey used to do daily dose, and at the end of every one, it was him feeding his fish. Every single day, you got to see him feed his fish.
It's like Mr. Rogers. Everybody loved. I mean, watching fish
and
eat.
Today, I'm feeding the fish.
It's enjoyable. It is. That's like. Every time I go to my mom's house still to this day, she's like, do you want to feed the fish? Because she's got goldfish and koi outside. I'm like, yeah, I want to feed the fish, obviously. Still.
Geek Boy was gifted a membership by Aquarium Co-op.
Oh, shoot.
There you go.
Thanks, dude. Good looking out. I love memberships being gifted. I don't know why that makes me so happy, but I just feel like that's exciting.
Oof.
Uh-oh.
That's
Again?
nasty.
God dang it, man. What is the deal with them recently?
I don't know.
They're really farty.
Set up a PVC loop for air. There are 2 filters that aren't working.
Uh-oh.
2 SP filters? Oh, sponge filters, obviously. There is airflow through the tubing, but not through the sponge filter. Plugged in an old air pump and filter, and it worked. What do I do next? I would clean your sponge filters. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Or I would take a new one and plug it in and see if it works. Because I have found a lot of times when my sponge filters in a PVC loop are not working, it's usually because they're clogged.
Yeah. I was going to say, or the air is like, the air is not enough, or it's too much, or it's too focused on one tank. But yeah, that would make more sense. If your sponge filter is dirtied, it's not going to do a whole lot.
And I was having this problem last year, and I was like, man, why aren't my sponge filters getting any air? And I just saw it like,
come on.
Come on.
Wait, you said that. I'm sorry. Go
and
ahead.
I was like, okay, so I went and bought like another linear air piston that was like twice the size, and I had the same problem. And I was like,
oh, yeah, that's right.
And it wasn't that the sponge filter was dirty. It was that the coupling was dirty.
It was very dirty. Yeah.
So I'm going to admit I'm a lazy fish keeper. And so when I was setting up these sponge filters, I didn't use the never clog air stone in the middle of it. So they were clogging in the middle.
He reaped what he sowed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. We live and we learn, right? Yeah. Fish room mukbang. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, Ross, we have our member stream after this now. That's how we swapped it out.
So we start this one early. We start at 5. Now we start at 4.
So don't miss it or else. Yeah. That's right.
So we used to do the members before.
Yeah.
But Corey was like, you're an idiot. Do it afterwards.
That's exactly
and I was like,
what he said, too.
Okay, I'll give it a try. And now we get like twice the amount of people in the member
Verbatim.
stream. So it worked.
Yeah, it did. It is I like it better. I just think it's cool because it's like, yeah, now you get to stay for the after party, which is the VIP. You're a member. You get to, you know what I mean? That's kind of the way that works, I feel like.
And like the 6 people that just got gifted memberships, they get to enjoy it right away if they want to.
All the sense in the world. It really does. So that was excellent advice.
Speaking of which, we're just going to go for a couple more minutes because we do got that stream coming up.
Up.
So if you have some last minute questions, get them in there now. Tugga!
Makes me so happy. Yes, that's true. You get your work out of the way and then you relax. It does feel that way. It really does. It's nice.
And
welcome.
Basically, y'all got a taste of what a member stream is over the last 30 minutes.
I was
we
going
talk
to say,
about food and TV.
Yeah, it just still sounds a little more maybe.
It's laid back. I mean, we still talk about fish if you have questions.
Give me a little NC-17 at times, I guess.
It's a little more intimate.
Yes, that. I hate that word. Like, yes. That's a long day in front of the monitor talking to your own faces. Yeah? Well.
Hey, I got a question. Look above. Oh, Barbara.
What did she say?
Oh, because it didn't tag me in this one. Okay. How easy it to get neon blue rasboras onto dry food? I forgot they mostly eat live food when I bought them.
Mine ate dry food just fine.
Mine only. So when I was selling fish in like 2019, 20, I regularly brought in the Axelrod eye, and I never had a problem giving them.
No, they were little
pellets,
piggies. I would crumble. A lot of times I use bug bite crumbled flake. I just crumbled it up into like little microscopic dust, and they loved that. So bugs. I feel like give fish bugs. They are generally willing to eat it.
And on that note, I think we're gonna end it.
Got to be hitting the old dusty trail.
The old dusty trail. Oh, this is on Top Chat.
Except for you members, you get to still hang out. So.
Thanks everyone for coming out and hanging out. We enjoy it, and I hope you did too. Again, thanks everyone who put in their orders last weekend. It was much appreciated.
And I have to just say, have patience with Wet Spot. I'm sure they'll be on top of it, but I know they've got a lot going on. So I'm sure they've reached out to a lot of you for shipping dates.
Barbara says, thanks. That's a really, I've never had a problem with prepared foods.
I will say that they can take a while to settle in, but once they're settled in, they eat just fine. I don't know how new they are, so.
Jody, do you find Julie DeChroma species crossbreed if kept together?
Oh, thanks, Jody.
I have never kept them together, but I would imagine they probably would.
It sounds like something that would happen.
And Jody P gifting 5 memberships.
In the 11th hour. I love that. That's exciting. Thank you.
Coming in.
Yeah,
coming in hot.
Clutch, buddy.
Mountain Greenery, Joe Ben. No, God, I did it again.
Hey, he's telling you what to do again, and it sounds right. So I listen.
Huh?
Post a link here to the member stream, Corey said.
It will redirect.
Oh.
If that's good enough.
I should just be quiet then, shouldn't I?
Should just redirect.
Y'all gonna get forced over there anyways, so deal with it. Bye.
But I suppose I could.
Oh, nice.
Maybe do this.
Suppose.
Maybe not.
Well.
Let's see.
Good night, Guppy Fever Mike.
We'll go until these 5 gifted memberships drop off. They're timing out now. And then we'll head on over. Let me get the link for you here.
Oh, look at those little
shareable link.
Loaches, little babies.
Oh, I knew Zen was going to beat me, but I'm going to paste it anyways because I did all the work.
Because he did all that. Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
And thank you so much, Jody. Again,
yeah,
thank
that's
you.
awesome.
Have they all been given out yet?
I think so.
Mountain,
1, 2,
Joel,
3, 4,
Fishing,
5.
Rachel, and Fish Hunter.
Nice. Oh.
Buzzer beater, Curtis.
I love when
$2.
I say that. Everybody's like, I'm going to win this. Thanks, buddy. That was 100% increase. Over 100%. Good. That's very nice of you.
Craziest puffer eating. I dropped a guppy fry in from a turkey baster, and my pea puffer grabbed it. The guppy's head and munched it. Oof.
That's rough.
That's violent.
That's rough. And on that note.
That's a way to go. That's not how I want to go.
No, that's by a pea puffer, man.
Hopefully.
Brutal.
My head doesn't get bitten off.
See you next Tuesday. Yeah. Yep.
We still got a couple minutes though. It's still timing down here.
Oh no, it is. I didn't see they're still there. You're right.
On the top of the screen. Oh, I can upvote this one though.
But boom, boom.
Boom, buzzer beater. Bob,
Wait.
check your messenger per Candy.
Did she say something else?
I set my phone upside down. That would be why. Hopefully she's telling me how much the...
Oh, the Super Reds?
Mm-hmm. That's not a bad price. So I asked Candy to tell me the price of the Super... Oh, they're long fins. I don't want long fins. That's still a good price, though. $17.99 for Super Red long fins.
That is good. For long. A lot of people love the long fins.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not either. I don't like anything long fin. It's just not my thing. I think the closest thing I can come to liking a long fin is the white clouds. I don't mind the white clouds.
Remember when those were like $100 and some, like a long fin Super
Reds?
Red when they first came out? Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I got them from some guy in the Aquarium Society who sold them for $5 a pop, the Super Reds. That was great.
The long fin?
No, just regular.
Oh, yeah. The long fins were stupid.
Yeah,
expensive.
no, I know that, but I just the red ones you could get so easily everywhere. It's like I could throw a rock and there's somebody who had them in Sacramento. Everybody had those. Sacramento. Anyways.
All right, well, this is taking a long time.
Wow, it really is though.
To count down. Fortunately, I don't have that kind of time.
Words.
We got to hit that member stream in 5 minutes. So
just kidding. Bye.
just kidding. Bye. Thanks everyone so much. We appreciate all of you.
Yep.
And yeah, that's all I got.
That was a lot of effort from him on that.
Yeah. Sorry, been a long day. Tired.
True statement though. I co-sign on that.
See you all in the next stream.
Yep.
And for everyone else, we will see you next Monday.
Have a good
next
week,
Monday,
y'all.
Are you gonna
go buy fish?
Go buy
and remember,
fish.
keep an eye out for when we reset that code, which should be soon. We'll find out. We'll let you guys know.
Go buy fish?
Bye.